Okay. Thanks, you guys, for joining. For those that don't know me, I am Molly Moore. I'm not Lindsay Bartow. I'm Molly Moore, and hopefully you guys will get some information out of this meeting tonight. Erin Dolly, who is one of the leaders on my team, she is going to be presenting VIP groups and shopping on a weekly basis with your VIP groups. If you could do us a favor, and in the lower left hand side, it says mute. If you could mute your line just in case there's any outside noises. And then once Erin's done, we can open it up for questions, and we can, go from there. But let's see here. Erin, I think you are good, and all you have to do on the bottom with that green share screen, if you wanted to share your screen.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Molly. I'm going to share my screen. Let me figure this out. All right. Can you guys see the PowerPoint? Okay, awesome. So I'm Erin, I'm in Powell. I'm under Jen Critchfield. I was her first direct, and I've been selling almost a year to the day, actually, because it was my baby's birthday. So it's almost been a year. And I just wanted to touch a little bit on weekly online VIP sales. So when I started, I did not do any online. I really did all in home. And it was about, I went to lunch actually with Lindsay Bartow in August of last year, and that's when I started doing LuLaRoe full time. But I still had the plan that I wanted to do something with my group because I really wasn't that engaged with my VIP group. And so that's when I was tossing around the idea of an online sale, and I was trying to figure out, the logistics of it, how to do it, what works best. And her biggest advice to me was just try it. And so I was like, okay, we're just going to try this. And so I just wanted to go through a few things that I thought were super important about your VIP group. So I'm going to touch on a few things. And the first part is, why is your VIP group important? And this, I think, is really important to get down because this is where kind of your community starts. So your VIP group is really your virtual community. Basically a mix of people who have come to your pop-ups, who have been referred to by other customers, who maybe you have found them on multi-consultant sales and they've joined your group, but really they're from anywhere. They could be family, they could be friends, they could be strangers, neighbors, lifeline, that they're gold, like they're my people and they're right there and they want to be with me. So that's number one. Number two, when it goes to that, is your VIP group allows you to grow your reach. So you can talk to your group. I don't get them to add people to my group because I find that annoying, but I definitely let them know, hey, if you have people who want to join, let them know my link. But I also hear that people will add friends, or they'll say, hey, I joined your group from so-and-so because they said you have a really cool Lindsay that I'm interested in, or because you have really cool sales every Monday night. So don't underestimate the power of your group. I think that's one thing that I've started to realize is I was so focused on in-home, and I think that's still where my focus primarily is, but online definitely is another avenue to consider. My VIP group also has a sense of community now. I'm very gold and I'm not orange. And so I wanted everything like prim and proper all the time in my group. And I never wanted to go live and have like Addie in it because she was so little, or I didn't want to go live and have Derek saying like annoying comments in the background, or there were so many things I didn't want to do because I wanted it to be like this polished look. But what I realized is when I kind of dropped that curtain a little bit, my engagement went like through the roof with my community. So that's one thing I've really, really, really tried to focus on. I try to keep a balance of, my family and my personal and my business life, but I also know like they want to know about me. They want to know about my family. So that's one thing that I've tried to embrace a little bit more. The last thing about your group is you want to become top of mind when they're thinking about LuLaRoe. So you want your group to be something that they're like, oh yeah, Molly has a sale this Monday. I want to be there. Or oh, I know she has really good stuff. I need to send her a message. Because face it, guys, people are in a lot of groups. Use the poll feature in your group and ask them when they want to shop. So I post every Monday night just because I know I don't do pop-ups on Mondays, and it allows me the weekend to prepare for it. I always create an event a few days before. Typically, I create it on a Thursday and my sales on a Monday. And I always post sneak peeks. So if anyone's in my group, you'll see that every single day leading up to it, I post sneak peeks with pictures of the items. Usually you can't tell, it's just usually the fabrics and the patterns. And I post some unicorns and some just cool patterns that I like. And I'm always using the link to the RSVP in there. So I'm always saying, hey, don't forget about Monday night sale. I can't wait for you to see all these goodies. And then I include the link. So it always gives them the opportunity to RSVP. I have chosen to do a theme for my Monday night sale. This isn't something you guys have to do, but I kind of base mine off Monday Night Football. I'm a huge sports fan. I'm not really a football fan, but I do Monday Night Lula Ball. And so I've created a complete sports theme around it. And so I usually call it a game. I usually post, like, in my background images are like football or stadium pictures. I do that just so it's a little bit different than other consultants. And you can definitely pick a theme that you want to go with. So that's something I've actually enjoyed because I think it keeps it kind of entertaining and fresh for me. Like, I played off the Super Bowl. I would play off like who the featured games were. Taking that pop-up and putting it online. So if you're posting your inventory, leave it up for like 12, 24 hours, get people in there, post during the event, it's coming down. So if you want stuff, go get it. That, to me, I always have a few sales trickle in right at the end because people are like, oh no, she's gonna take her stuff down. So I do a last call and I give them about a 30-minute window. There's tons of options for sales. I'm talking specifically just in your Facebook group. So I do a Facebook album sale. I do that every Monday. I've also done, and I do every single style I carry, and I sort them just by style. I don't break it down into every single size. I just post them in order from double extra small to 3X. I've also done outfit sales before. I've taken some of my pieces that I think pair really well, and I've put them in outfits, and I've strictly done an outfit sale. I've done a Shop the Box live. I've done a total request live. So I do find I try to mix it up. I have pretty much for the most part kept my Monday night sales album sales, but going forward, I think I am going to mix it up a little bit more just to keep my customers on their toes. And they know that they can always shop from me. So keep those kind of fresh in your mind. You can also throw these in throughout the week if you want, but I definitely outfits when they claim separate. So I had a lady yesterday, actually, or Monday night, sorry. She commented on a pair of leggings, and she was like, "Oh, I really like these leggings. I would love it if you had a perfect, large or extra large." And so I went to my rack, found a perfect, took a picture of it, and she was like, "I love it. I'll take it." So don't underestimate the ability to upsell even online. But if they don't ask, sometimes just give it to them. I know that you can definitely PM them, or you can just put in the comments, "Hey, I found this great outfit that would look really good together." Another thing that I did is I had outfits posted in my group from last week, and I've kept them up just to give people inspiration. So when someone claimed an item and it was actually part of an outfit, I took the picture from the outfit and posted it in the comments so they could get an idea. I was like, "Oh, this looks really cute together. Let me know if you're interested." But it gave them an idea of how they could style it. And then remind your customers at pop-ups about your weekly sale. So this is where I find your in-home translates to your online, and this is where you can captivate people. I've traveled everywhere from like 5 minutes down the road to 2 hours or 3 hours to go do pop-ups. So what I think is really important is when you're at pop-ups, at every single person who checks out with me, I let them know about my weekly sale. I'm like, "Hey, I'd love for you to join my group. I post every Monday night in my group, all my inventory." Especially now I'm traveling to pop-ups and I can't bring all my inventory because it's so large. So I always say, "Hey, I have a few styles that I don't have with me today. You should definitely check them out on Monday." It gives them that opportunity to think about me and be like, "Oh, I totally should." And it also reminds them to join the group. And then another opportunity you have from your weekly sales is from your Google form. I still use my Google form, even though we switched over to the new point of sale system, just strictly so that I can keep track of who has claimed what, because I still find it can get confusing on how large your sale is. But at the end of every Google form, there's always a box where they can check if they're interested in being a consultant and if they're interested in hosting a pop-up, whether that's in home, at my home, or online. So those are ways that you can, again, captivate your audience and hit on those so that you're really making the most bang for your buck. So if they want to host a pop-up and they check yes, then awesome. You have a lead right there that you can follow up with. I've booked multiple pop-ups from that feature. So I do find that really important, and I try to follow up with them pretty immediately. If I'm sending them their package and shipping it, I put a note in there saying, "Hey, I can't wait to talk to you about your pop-up," or I follow up as a Facebook message saying, "Hey, I hope you love your stuff. I just threw it in the mail. I'd love to chat with you about hosting a pop-up." So those are really, really, really important things. And then also online sales allow you to feature styles. So like Whitney and Kimberly said, you can post videos, you can post pictures, but you can move some of your slow sellers. So you cannot advertise for under MAP, but you can definitely feature them and give them some more love online to hopefully then increase your sales. And so I don't have too much else to say. I'm just looking for the time. But my 3 main takeaways, if I had to give you anything, was to be consistent. I've had pop-ups or online sales that have sold like 2 items, and I've had online sales that have sold upwards of 50. I take the good and the bad every week, and I move forward from it because I know that it can change week by week, inventory by inventory. Maybe people just weren't interested in shopping, or maybe they really were that week. So I try not to focus on the number, but to try to focus on the engagement that I have with my customers during that. From my VIP group that I don't even know where they came from, to be honest with you, because some of them didn't come to an in-home pop-up with me. I have one who, she's about my age, but her mom has like fallen in love with LuLaRoe, and her mom lives in South Carolina, but shops with me all the time because we now have this relationship and this connection with her whole family, which I think is really, really important. And then slow and steady. Every sale counts. So if you're not part of Mom Bun Monday, which is run by Emily Ronalda, who is a mentor in our company, and she's on Lisa Jones's downline, who is our mentor, but she's also another mentor. She runs a Facebook group called Mom Bun Monday, and every Monday she gets on and talks about a different aspect of LuLaRoe. And this week she talked about every sale counts. And it was really important to reflect on that because we all get focused on the events that we have, but know that your weekly sales can be slow and steady and they add up. So there's times where someone afterwards will message me and ask for, oh, I saw that thing on your sale. Do you still have that? Or even if I only sell 2 things that week, I know that that might be another $50 or $100, and those add up. So again, try not to focus on like how big your pop-up was all the time, but focus on your engagement with your customers and make sure that you're really counting your blessings for every sale, because I've had some sales that have started out as one, and then that girl has come back to me the next day and the next day and the next day asking for things. So that's one thing that I have really come to realize is it's not necessarily about your biggest pop-ups. It's about the ones that you spend the most quality time with. So those are the biggest things I have. I don't know if anyone else has any questions, but I will, I can take questions if anyone has them or if you guys want to chat. But I did just want to give a shout out to all the flat lays that you guys have been doing. I saw them on the FP Club 33 and I love them. So I did that too last week, and I will say exactly what Lindsay said is don't get discouraged when people don't buy things. I literally posted like, I don't know, 1 million flat lays, and I finally sold 1 on my online sale on this Monday. I don't even know how the girl found it, but she found it and she's like, I love this skirt. And then she wanted the whole thing. But be consistent with them. And I had the most engagement with my flat lays, although they did not buy them. So I think that was a big learning for me, but it was awesome because I never had so many people comment in my group so consecutively, but I'm sure that is going to lead to sales in the future. But if you have any questions, let me know.
That is awesome. Thank you, Erin. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes, I do. I don't know how to do it. What do I do?
We can hear you.
Okay, good. Oh, sorry. Bear with me because I have a lot. Okay. Where do we find the Google form?
So the Google form is something that you create for your group. I'm definitely happy to share my Google form with anyone who wants to so they can see it. What I've done with my girls is I've created basically a copy and they can edit it to use it. But my Google form is used so that my customers fill out their information. Now they're only filling out their name and the items that they claimed and if they want it shipped or picked up, because everything else is in the new blast. I don't need their address. And then I post those questions at the end. Do you want to host a pop-up? Are you interested in being a consultant? And is there anything else I need to know with your order? But if you want, you can definitely send me a PM and I'm happy to help you with that.
And if you don't know how to set it up, you can literally Google form and it will bring you to, if you have a Gmail account, it makes it super easy because you can sign into your Gmail and then you can have everything right there. So I keep all my forms. I have like 3 different forms saved there depending on what kind of sales I'm doing. But you create, it's basically like a questionnaire, and you put that URL link on your sales page so that when people are like, for instance, done shopping or whatever, they can click that link and then fill out the information. Then you get that information. So,
Okay.
yeah, some people do it, some people don't do it. It's just a matter of, what type of information you want to get from your customers.
If we're going to be using Shop the Road, do we still use the Google form?
It's up to you. I pretty much use everything from Shop the Row, so I don't have a Google form really. But it's up to you.
I've heard no, Molly. Sorry, I'm laying in bed with Jordan. I do have one important lesson for the, because I was not familiar with Google Forms either. And don't make the same mistake I did. There are two separate links to a Google form. One is the link that you provide to your customers, and that allows them to fill out the form and goes to like the text box and lets you check the boxes for your answers or the drop down menu, which is great. But there's also a separate link from an admin perspective. So that's how you edit the document, look at all the responses or whatever. And the very first time that I made a Google Doc, I shared the admin link, which
no.
totally jacked up my sale and was royally confusing my customers. And thanks to Erin and her husband, they figured out what was going on, and I corrected it, but it caused a lot of confusion. And I just was not really familiar with Google.
So I know when you create the form, you can go up and I think it's like share or something on the right hand side.
If you go to in your Google form, if you go into send, there's an option for you to click the link, and you can actually click it. It looks like a little paper clip, the image, which gives you the link, and you can go shorten URL, so it just makes that URL shorter, so it's not as annoying. But if you're using Shop the Row, that's up to you. I don't use Shop the Row, so for me, I really try to train my customers to complete the Google form when they're done shopping, because nothing annoys me more. Well, I'm not going to say it annoys me more, but when I go and I'm like, oh, let me go invoice them. And then like 15 minutes later, they go and claim another item. And then they're like, oh, wait, I didn't get an invoice for this item, but I got one for this. It just makes it more confusing. So when I see someone claim an item on my sale in my group because I get a notification, I go to that person. If they've commented sold, I click reply and I say, yay, I'm so excited. This is a gorgeous classic tee. Like I make some like great comment with like a smiley face. And then I say, don't forget to fill out the Google form when you're done shopping. So then it just serves them as a reminder to do that. And then I also have a graphic like halfway through my sale. I post like, hey, don't forget to complete your Google form if you're done shopping, just to remind them, because that's how I keep track of it. So on my tally sheet that I have, that I keep, and I keep this for every single sale that I do, whether it's in home or online, I actually check a box over here when they've completed the Google form and then when I've sent an invoice. So I know Shop the Row has some of those features. I can't speak exactly because I have no idea how to use it. But that just helps keep me on track. So my Google form I still like, and I just actually copy my Google form every week. So I have a Google form from week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4 going forward, so that I have a complete history of it just if I need it.
And I know,
do you find that more people use Google Forms or don't?
I think it just varies by.
that it doesn't need to be said or called out.
Okay.
And my recommendation is get out of your own way. Like you just have confidence in yourself. And if you don't have confidence, then fake it. Pretend that you have confidence in your page and just go for it and try it. I mean, you have nothing to lose, right? The only thing you have to gain is sales. So trust me when I say I get, like, no one believes it, but I don't have confidence sometimes either. And I just fake it. Pretend you have all the confidence in the world, post every single day, take pictures of yourself, go live, interact with people. Try something like, who has never made a purchase from me? Do a contest that way, like comment if you've never made a purchase. You can do like
Or if
even
you've
the
never had a
interactive
Luro.
things, like what kind of posts are you doing to interact? Like, do you do a funny one that got a ton of responses for me was something like, if you could design your own LuLaRoe leggings, what would they be? The funny things like that aren't,
Today,
super
I don't know, like today I did like, what's your favorite, like this week I kind of did,
This is awesome.
I tried really hard to like do a whole St. Patrick's theme this week. So I went and I like got all this green stuff and tried to do my first live sale, and my husband was helping me. It was a hot mess. It really was. Like, we didn't know what we were doing.
We have all been a hot mess
Yeah.
live.
You're
But
not
you
the
do
only
not
one.
feel alone. And the good news is you can delete those videos when you're done. So
If you really
don't-
want.
Well, and I
Don't
didn't know
feel
that.
bad.
So here I'm live. Like, we turned it on. We didn't even know how to use Facebook Live. We turn it on. And like, I'm upstairs getting ready, and I come down. My husband's like, it's been on for like 5 minutes. And I'm like, what? These people have been staring at my room. And then I get in there, and I'm like fumbling around with the clothes because I'm still trying to remember, like, off the top of my head how much things cost. And like, okay, wait a minute. Did I pair a tall and curvy with this, or did I pair a one size legging with it? And like every single thing on my live show, I had like 800 outfits because I took everything and made an outfit with it. Like, it was just a hot mess. It was just a disaster.
Start, like,
who cares? Delete the video and redo it. I mean,
Yeah.
don't be hard on yourself.
and-
Or practice on this event, or practice on Empire Builders, or whatever team you're on. That I have people
Okay.
practice things all the time in live videos on my little team page, because none of us care and we all feel stupid doing live. I mean, I really don't know one person who loves to get on there and feels amazing. I mean,
And,
it's
you know,
nerve-wracking
like
for
what,
everybody.
what Deanne was saying on the call yesterday, like, keep it simple. So maybe grab like 3 outfits,
Mhm.
and like new outfits, and just do 3 outfits, be on there for 10 minutes, and then, keep it simple. And like Jen said, like, we've all been there. We have all been there. You're never going to get better unless you try it. Practice makes perfect. And don't overcomplicate it. So, like, or just do leggings one day. Just do leggings,
Yes. One style. That's how I recommend all my team members start out. Don't try and load pieces of inventory. Danielle, you're nodding your head, but I think you went full blown in the very
I'm
first
nodding my
week
head
you
as
started.
like, but yes, I know I did
Some
that.
of yeah, she made herself have a panic attack from loading 1,000 pieces of inventory in the first month. But like, try just loading 50 pair of leggings.
Okay.
Start small and gradually build up.
Heather, also too, like, to give you like just an idea, I really didn't share anything personal on my page for a while, and I was almost like, I don't want to say embarrassed to share things, but I was kind of embarrassed to share things because I was like, I don't know these people. Like, why do they want to be around me? Why do they want to know anything about me? Like, I have 2 babies who are like probably like not fun for people, and I was really like embarrassed about sharing. But when I like really dropped that, and I did a post about like I posted about my why. And I think that connected with a lot of people because, and it's not that I wanted people to be like, oh, you're so great. But I wanted them to know who I was. I was a real person. I'm not like this store that makes no mistakes or that, you know, doesn't have like kids to go chase around or like meals to go prepare or a husband who works like odd hours. Like I have a life and this is part of my life and I want LuLaRoe to be part of my life. I don't want LuLaRoe to be separate from my life. That's what I was like trying to compartmentalize. Like LuLaRoe was like over here and the rest of my life was over here. But I realized I was doing myself a disservice because I wasn't talking to my friends about LuLaRoe. I wasn't even talking to my family about LuLaRoe. Mind you, they all live in Canada. And I wasn't breathing LuLaRoe because I was like, oh, well, I just do LuLaRoe over here. But when I allowed LuLaRoe to come into my life and like allowed my husband to be part of it and allowed my kids to be part of it and allowed my friends to be part of it, that changed for me. Like my group became much more engaged. I posted like about like what everyone wanted to, like one word, a mantra they wanted to focus on for the year. And like mine was balance. And so I had everyone post like what they wanted to focus on the year. Most people posted like a little bit like what they were struggling with. And I didn't have to say, tell me what you're struggling with. I want to help you. Cause like, I'm not a counselor. I don't know anything, but they wanted to like share their part of their story with me. Like they wanted to connect. And so don't underestimate the value and the power of your story, I think is one thing that I've really learned. And I try not to post in my page every day about sales. So I try to post about, like the other day I posted about doing like my webinar. I posted about, I did like a funny engagement post. I try to mix it up so that I'm not always posting like buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this, because then they're going to leave my group.
So what do you mean like a funny engagement post?
So I had one, I like Googled graphics and I had one that it was like a unicorn and the unicorn either had like leggings on like its two legs this way or like button its legs. And I said like, tell me which way the unicorn should wear its leggings and like option A or B. And like people wrote like funny things. Or someone was like, I own a horse and they should wear them like this. And like people wrote all these comments, but it was just something not related to selling.
Now, is there a giveaway tied with those things or no?
No, I don't, because I don't want people to just be in it for the giveaways. Because if they are, like, it's annoying. So I ran, and like sometimes I'll post a giveaway, or sometimes I'll post an engagement post, and I'll randomly be like, oh, you guys were so funny. I picked this person, and they're going to get a free pair of leggings. And I just do it for fun. But I don't always prompt them, like, it's a giveaway, enter here, because, again, I feel like that's, like, pressuring them to, A, be part of it, or B, like, ooh, she's giving away more stuff, I'm going to be in it.
I think we had some questions. Who had, I don't know, it's someone who just has iPhone as their name. Is someone raising their hands? Christina, did you raise your hand?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I was going to say something about that funny post. So I did a live sale and I was nervous as crap. And of course, my phone decided to freeze at the most unflattering time. And I had one of those elegant Lucy's holding up like in front of my face. And I look like I'm singing. And so you got to be able to laugh at yourself. So what I ended up doing was taking that screenshot and posting it in my group and saying and just said caption this. And they were the most hilarious things. I think I got like 30 responses.
I think Sarah Begley did the same exact thing because she had she did one of those Google, like you can put hats on your head, and her, like it was, she did the same thing. I think it's hilarious.
I think it shows like the funny side of and it doesn't have to be attached to a giveaway or something, but people enjoy doing that kind of thing. So that's an idea too, that if you do have those little mess ups, kind of use it to your advantage and like in your audience. That's all.
Yeah. definitely. Who else had a question? Did someone else raise their hand? Someone whoever is iPhone had a question, but okay. But yeah, I think it's really important, like Erin was talking about, just for the interaction on your VIP groups, because let's face it, there is a million VIP groups out there. There's a million people trying to get business. You have to stand out and be unique, and you know, by showing the real you, by showing your life, your family, your mess ups, you know, you're human. I mean, people really relate to that. That's the bottom line. People really relate to, you know, seeing you for real. And I think that's so important. So don't be afraid to just do it. Just do it. And the other thing I wanted to talk about, and I was telling, I was on my team page. I did a live the other day, and I said that a lot more people are doing more online sales. And for me personally, I have been upselling like crazy, and I'm not really pushy about it. At least I don't think I'm pushy about it. But like, someone bought these icy blue pair of tall and curvy leggings, just one pair. And I'm like, what are you doing with these? You know, so I went and I put them with like, I made like 6 outfits out of them. I had shirts to go with them in Lindsay's and Sarah's. I ended up selling 2 outfits to this one lady. And whenever anybody wants to buy just one thing, I always try to pair it with something else. And don't be afraid to think outside the box and just be like, you know what, this is cute. I'm going to style this with that. Take a picture. I sent this one lady, she bought one extra small pink Irma from me. I sent her probably 8 pictures of this Irma with all these different leggings. They literally went with so many different things. She bought 4 pair of leggings. And she didn't ask me, but with one shirt, you know, you have, you know, as an outfit, I mean, who wouldn't want to be like, oh my gosh, this is a package deal. Like, look at how cute it looks. It's adorable. And she didn't have to do anything. So
what did you say to her when you sent those to her?
Hey, thank you so much for shopping with me. I love this pink Irma. It's beautiful. And look at how many pairs of leggings I have. And I emailed her like 8 pictures. And she's like, I'll take the first one, the second one, the fourth one, the 6th one, or whatever. I mean, it's that simple. Don't have to overcomplicate it. Just, this is what you bought. This is what I have. Look at how cute this looks. And they love it because it gives that personal connection. Even though you're doing an online sale, it gives that personal connection. They know that you took the time to do it, and they'll remember that, and, you know, hopefully join your group or come back to you and you know, shop with you again. So, but yeah, so that's really worked with me this past couple weeks. I'm like, it's the best feeling too when they reply and be like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. Yes, I'll take it. I mean, it doesn't happen every time. Someone's like, nope, I have something perfect that goes with it. That's fine too, but it doesn't hurt to try. And
I have a question on that, Molly. If I do Row With Me, so they don't post like to anything. So I have one lady that got in line for 1 pair of leggings. So how do I send her a message on Facebook? Do I just put it on my page and tag her?
I email.
Okay.
So I do Shop the Row, and it just has their email. So I email her from LuLaRoe Molly Moore, and I say in the subject line, your pair of LuLaRoe one size green leggings, or try to be specific, or just say LuLaRoe, or your order. You know, do something specific so it catches their eye and they don't delete the email.
Okay. So you just, even if they have already said they're done shopping, you go ahead and send them other pictures to go with that.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Okay.
Anybody else? Yeah, and I will post the Mom Bun Monday. I will post that link. And if anybody wants to join, I don't know. It's probably a secret group again. So just comment on that post if you want to join, and then we can add you. But it's another great reference to use. Emily is amazing. She's built a huge team. She's extremely successful. She knows what she's talking about. She's a mom. She works, and she's really, really
She's real.
She's
She's
really,
just
really,
hilarious.
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
She does not sugarcoat things. That's why
right.
I like her.
Yeah.
What do you girls
Okay.
say at what do you guys say again at like I have two other girls every single month. They're with different direct sales things, but every month we do a pop-up together, and we call it a pamper party, and every time my sales end up being 650 750 whatever dollars at this, but the people that are shopping at the parties, only a few of them have joined my page, and I'm always giving them my business card and showing them my Facebook link, like, hey, check out my other sales, and we do some
Offer
fun
them
giveaways.
$5 off to join your page right in front of you.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
so they
at the
get,
event.
so do they get
Offer-
it on?
I mean, it's hard to say. I can't say that every person who comes to my pop-up ends up joining.
How are you getting them to agree to do a pop-up? Because everybody that I'm asking at the pamper party is telling me no.
Sorry,
How are you getting them to say
got disconnected. I've been going in and out tonight. I don't know what is going on with my internet. So sorry. What was the question?
So if you could give how do you book pop-ups in person? So do you offer an something with instant gratification? So that seems to help, like pick a date, pick a pair of leggings, pick a date, pick a bottle, pick a date, pick a envelope. I mean, something where if they're booking, so they pick an envelope. This one I always like to do. I have, let's say, 4 envelopes with dates that are my dates that work well for me on a pop-up, 4 pop-ups. So on the front just has a date. It's a sealed envelope, and in the envelope there are 4 different incentives. One is double rewards. One is a free Irma for today. Another one's a free pair of leggings. Another one could be 50% off an item at your pop-up. So they book that date today and they pick an envelope, whatever one they want, and they get that incentive right then and there.
Yeah, but then did you ever lose money because they cancel the pop-up then?
Never have I had somebody not follow through, and I'm not, like, I don't want to be in fear that that's going to happen. I'm going to assume innocence and follow up with them. I've never had anybody not book
Or
after
give
that.
them their free item when they book at their party.
At the party. Okay.
Yeah. And the other thing I do, I bring my calendar with me, and highlight the dates that I have open and book it
Okay.
right there. Like, here's my available dates. How does this day at 7 o'clock work? The other thing you can do, Heather, I don't know if you've gone on Fashion Fundamentals, but there are so many great, amazing articles in there that you can look and read. Also, I'm going to post the YouTube, or I'll bump the post for the YouTube link that for the other meetings like this that we've had. Jen did one last time about in-home pop-ups, and she's got a lot of great information, and I recorded it. So I will put the
Okay.
link to the YouTube channel that we have, so you can rewatch that webinar as well.
That would be great.
Yeah,
you.
and but like Fashion Fundamentals has a ton of great info. So go log on there and just
Okay.
search around.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Sure.
I have found too, for some reason, this is a blessing or a curse, but I've gotten a lot of black leggings in my boxes, about every box. And
It's not
I
a
use them
curse.
as instead of book pop-up. Like, hey, I got black leggings, so it's book a pop-up. Because in my mind, I can put them with an outfit and make however much money, but I also can get them book a pop-up and I can make X more amount of money and get more people involved and get more pop-ups from that. So I've actually done really well doing that with a few black leggings.
Black leggings are like gold.
Yes.
Black leggings are really gold leggings. Great idea. Okay, good. Well, I didn't have anything else. Anyone else have any other comments or questions? We're running a little bit over, sorry. Thank you, Erin, so much for sharing your info.
Of course.
And I will post the recording. It takes a while to download on my computer, so I will post the recording on my team page, and also I will put it, well, I'll put it on YouTube and then post that link to the YouTube on my team page. So it'll probably be in the morning. So yeah. But thank you guys so much.
Molly, what is the, when Erin was talking, she was talking.
I'm sorry,
Thanks, Molly. Thanks, Erin.
I missed it. It was blanked out. My internet, I don't know what is going on tonight.
Oh, thanks, Molly and Erin.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Did I miss something? Because I was blanked out. I couldn't.
I was just asking, what's a total request live that you guys were talking about earlier? I didn't know what that was.
Oh,
It's
just
a
go
Facebook
live and
Live
ask
where
what you want to see. Go live on your group and say, what do you want to see?
Okay.
Total request.
Okay.
I'm taking your request and I'm live. Pretend you're Carson.
Okay. Got it.
I love Carson Daly. Okay. Thank you guys so much, and
Thank you.
come back in 2 weeks.
Thanks, Molly.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
See ya.